What a homestand for the Athletics. A perfect 6-0. After a frustrating series in Detroit, the green and gold came home and they dominated the Blue Jays, their crosstown rival Giants, and picked up a prize piece for their postseason run, Jeff Samardzija. Tonight, this 4-game Babe Ruth series continues in San Francisco, and another piece of the blockbuster trade, Jason Hammel, makes his Athletics debut. The A's are on a roll, and a victory by their newest addition in the Battle of the Bay would be another accomplishment in this remarkable first half of the 2014 season. It's the Battle of the Bay. On the other side of the Bay, A's Giants. Next. Well, the Babe Ruth series moves to San Francisco, AT Park, and so far this series has been dominated by the Athletics, and tonight, that man, Jason Hammel, makes his Oakland A's debut, so we're looking forward to seeing that. He will be opposed by Matt Cain. It's Game 3 of this 4-game series, and this one's in San Francisco. It's the A's and the Giants coming up on Comcast Sportsnet, California. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Oakland A's Baseball. Along with Ray Fosse, I'm Glenn Kuiper. Well, it was last Friday night. We found out about the big trade. We like to call it a blockbuster. And, Ray, we saw Samardzija. He was terrific. And tonight, we get our first look at the right-hander, Jason Hammel.
Jason Hammel, just like Samardzija, very happy to be in an Oakland A's uniform. If you remember, in Chicago, they didn't get a lot of run support. Samardzija did last Sunday and beat the Toronto Blue Jays. And I think Jason Hammel, as he said, he's happy to be here. 8-game winner in Chicago, sub-3 earned run average, so he fits perfectly. But also, remember, 3-game hitting streak. He's so excited about pitching tonight for the Athletics in San Francisco. He gets the hit. He wants to try to keep the hit streak alive.
And pitching has been the story in this series. The A's have outscored the Giants 11-1 in the first 2 games of the series, and they'll try to make it 3 in a row over the Giants tonight. Now, up next, we'll head back inside the A's pregame live studios for a Sportsnet Central update, and then back to the ballpark for lineups and first pitch.
on Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Head to Jack in the Box for the new Jalapeno Ranch or Barbecue Ultimate Cheeseburgers at participating restaurants. And by Toyota, #1 in MPG, durability, and resale value. Toyota, let's go places.
Well, welcome back to AT Park in San Francisco as we get ready for the A's and the Giants. And it's now time for our Ford Right Choice. Check out the great pitching by the Athletics. In the last 6 games, each one of their starters has gone at least 6 innings and allowed 1 run or less. They've been terrific, and they continue to lead the American League in team ERA 3.09. Tommy Milone, how good is the A's rotation? He's been great, and now he's in AAA. Scott Kazmir, he went 7 innings, gave up just 1 run. And then the new guy, Jeff Samardzija, of course, he was terrific in his A's debut. He allowed just 1 run in 7 innings pitched. Jesse Chavez took over on Monday night against the Giants, kept rolling along. And then Sonny Gray last night, he got the win as he shut down San Francisco. And tonight it'll be Jason Hammel's turn, his first start with the Athletics. When we come back, we'll have lineups and first pitch from San Francisco. Stick around. We've decided that the split caps, maybe they're just back in style, Ray, and we're going to have to live with them. I think that's just the way it is.
We probably should get one.
Maybe we should. So it's game 3 of this. We're going to call it a 4-game series. First 2 in Oakland and the next 2 here in San Francisco as the Giants have taken the field. Lineup cards being exchanged, and we are set for baseball. Game time weather presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. Get to the beach. The admission-free boardwalk is now open daily. Usually nice and cool here at AT&T Park, and that is the case tonight. 63 degrees and a pretty good breeze. So the A's with the dark green tops tonight and the gray pants, and Athletics team is looking for their 7th consecutive win. Let's look at the lineup tonight. Remember, National League Park, pitcher hits. Coco Crisp is going to lead it off. Stephen Vogt bats second. He'll play first base. Then it's Cespedes, Moss. Moss is in right, a big right field here in this ballpark. Then Donaldson, Lowry, Norris, Caspo, and the pitcher, Jason Hamill.
And the pitcher for the Giants is Matt Cain. You look at the numbers, you say, how, why? 1-7 with a 427 earned run average as he makes his 15th start of the season. Always has good stuff. A lot of great pitches that he will use. 2 and 4 seam fastball, low 90s. Of course, the curveball, slider, and changeup. And he's been perfect on occasion. And a very good pitcher. But for some reason this year, just one win. But Kuiper might be simply that offense is not there whenever he does pitch well. And we saw that in the first 2 games of this 4-game series.
Here's the defense behind Cain tonight. Morrison left, Blanco in center, Pence in right, Sandoval, Crawford, Panic, Belt on the infield. Posey is doing the catching. So the A's are hot, the Giants are not. And we have certainly seen the difference in the ways these two teams are playing in the first 2 games of the series. We said it in our open. The A's have outscored the Giants 11-1 in the first 2 games of the series, and we'll see what happens tonight. So Coco's ready. Bob Melvin is ready. And the A's with 57 wins. They're 57-33. And in A's history, that's the most wins ever before the All-Star break. And the A's still have 5 more games to play. First pitch of the ball game is hit hard but foul. Whereas I think the All-Star break is maybe just because of the calendar. It's a little later this year.
Right. Now this is game number 9-1 for the Athletics with their record, and so if you think of the halfway point being the All-Star break, well, it's going to be considerably different with 5 more games to go. So the mid-90s, and 81 is the halfway.
Coco, a hot hitter, hits this one hard, but Panic, the second baseman, has it. It seems like everything Coco is hitting lately is hard, but that one into the glove of the second baseman, 1 out.
A 2-seam fastball, and you have to take that pitch if you're a left-hander to the opposite field. Coco rolled over and he hit it hard, but right at the second baseman. If we looked at the lineup last night, it seems like last week, but it was just last night over at the Coliseum. But against Bumgarner, no left-handers facing him tonight. Back to normal with the switch hitters, of course, batting left-handed, and a few others like Stephen Vogt in the lineup tonight.
Here's a good look at your lineup card. Neatly done. And see the umpires up on top. There's a strike.
As early as Chip Hale gets out here, he better have a meticulous lineup. And he, like most bench coaches who put the lineup together, they don't want to see changes towards the end. That changes. Got to put a whole new lineup card together.
Now they take pride in, what do they call it? Calligraphy?
Well, yeah, Don Wakamatsu spoiled everybody.
He did.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous how perfect that was.
Ty Van Berkeley now with Cleveland tried it. Of course, he's a hitting coach. He doesn't have to worry about it. Still think the funny thing about Ty is left-handed. He had to start at the bottom and work up because he would smear everything with the calligraphy.
Umpires, Mark Ripperger is calling balls and strikes. Angel Hernandez in the middle of it. Nice again.
He's close to the Giants dugout tonight, so they probably won't be saying too much. Said it all last night. And rightfully so. There is Madison Bumgarner, who, as someone said, it was pretty nice that he could pitch as deep in the game as he did without having to worry about being pinch hit for. As he went 7+, but you are trailing in the National League parks with pitchers hitting. They're usually removed for a pinch hitter.
So 1-2 the count to Vogt with Cespedes in the on deck circle. A's are 9-1 in interleague play. A's are 9-1. Giants are 6-4. It seems like just about every year the A's do extremely well in interleague play. And that one grounded into center field, and that's a base hit for Stephen Vogt. So foul off 3 or 4 pitches and then slap a single to center field.
Well, he went down to get maybe a pitch out of the strike zone, but he did work the count to where he could get the fastball in. There it is with a little action. Actually, maybe an off-speed pitch, but it went down out of the strike zone, but Stephen Vogt was on it.
So So there's your first hit of the game, and it belongs to the hot hitting Stephen Vogt. Here's Cespedes. If Cespedes can get hot before the All-Star break, just 3 for his last 27. Takes a pitch in for a strike. So it is official now, Ray. Cespedes will be in the home run derby.
It's to defend his title.
And he wanted to do that, too.
Yeah. And Ariel Prieto, of course, his interpreter, and talking to him. Cespedes says, I don't want to hit him in the third deck or out of the park. I just want to hit him over the fence. So what he did last year, and there they are. Jose Bautista and Tulowitzki, the captains of the American National League. And
so it's always fun to watch. Stanton will be fun to watch for the National League. 0-2 pitches outside. So Brian Dozier on there. Brian Dozier has quietly had a very good season for the Minnesota Twins. And maybe one more guy added to each league for the home run derby. Cespedes hits a high fly ball to deep right center field, but that's the giant part of the yard. And you see where Blanco caught that, and I'd be guessing, obviously, Ray, but that's got to be, it's got to be 390 feet where he caught that.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's the Triples Alley, and I think it's interesting. During batting practice, they put a fence across from a couple of the advertising signs, and people are able to stand behind that to watch batting practice. Then they remove it, and then you get to see just how deep it is.
It's the sun field, too.
That portion just still in the sun. It's like the triangle at Fenway Park.
Here's Moss, who takes a fastball for a strike. Moss, well, he's going to be out there tonight. He's playing in right field, so he will get to see that firsthand, and not an easy right field to play.
Well, it was important for Brandon Moss to take ground balls and fly balls to the Coliseum, even though he DH'd but didn't play last night. DH'd the first game, showing and telling Bob Melvin that he was okay, and that's why he was able to put him in right field.
Moss tied for 6th in the league in home runs and RBIs. Down to the count 0-2. Shift is on. Pablo Sandoval is playing right at the shortstop spot. Outfield shifted a little bit toward right center. And bounced foul. So this was the injury to Moss, and it was scary if you watch his left ankle.
Yeah, he rolls it, and then, boy, it just lifted him off the ground. He tried to get up, but he said it was the top of the foot, which is amazing and fortunate. It was not in the ankle. Well, that's just the competitor that he is. He was just trying to get up to run, could not do it. Foot kept giving out on him, but he was able to get back to the lineup a couple of days later, and there again tonight playing the outfield.
This one's hit high and foul. Just to our left. First row of the second level. Hayes with a road record of 27-18. So terrific home record. Terrific road record. No surprise there. Fastball inside, and Moss spins on it and fouls it off the railing. A's dugout, and Sonny Gray heads up. Sonny, at the Coliseum, you got a little more time to react. Not so in this park. There's your home road breakdown. Third best road record in the big leagues.
Well, if you're on the A's dugout on the first base side, you don't expect a left-hander to pull the ball into you. Maybe a right-hander slicing, swinging late. And the same for the Giants, perched up high above the rail.
Better pay attention.
Well, that's the amazing thing. They put the rail up, but it's always amazing to me. If you sit on the dugout, you can't see, so you're always on the top step, perched over the rail, but you're sitting there like a sitting duck.
And it's usually the guys who aren't playing who are up in the railing. The guys who are playing are usually back on the bench. And Moss swings over top and off speed pitch. So that's how the top of the first ends. A hit for Vogt, nothing else. Giants come to bat against Jason Hamill when we come back. Giants lineup, and it starts with Hunter Pence, the all-star, and then Belt, Sandoval, Posey, Morris, Blanco, Panic, Crawford, and Kane.
Jason Hamill making his A's debut, and for the tall right-hander, his record with the Cubs of 8-5. This will be his 18th start overall. Of course, the first with the Athletics, but 298 earned run average, wearing the number 40. And of course, the strikeout to walk ratio, you always like to see that, about 4-1. Which he will throw a couple of different fastballs, curveball, changeup. And he's very familiar with this part, but he's also looking for his first win against the Giants, as he's 0-2 in 8 previous starts.
Yeah, 3 years with the Colorado Rockies in 3 full seasons. And that's where he squared off against the Giants a handful of times. So Jason Hamill in the green and gold now. First pitch to Hunter Pence. He's fouled straight back. Hamill is 6'6", 225 pounds. He's 31 years old, and he really is having the best season of his career. This is his 7th year in the big leagues. He's 57 and 64 in his career. Donaldson handles it, spins around, throws, and they get Hunter Pence, and that's out number 1. Look at the A's defense, and it's Cespedes, Crisp, and Moss in the outfield. Donaldson, Lowry, Cayaspo, Vogt on the infield, and Norris is the catcher.
First pitch fastball, second pitch slider, ground out to Donaldson, who made a very nice play.
So here's Belt. Something to always watch for in this park array is where the right fielder plays. And yeah, exactly. And that's just what happens. Because there's so much room in right center, the right fielder usually plays further off the line than he normally would. And I think if you just look at Moss right now, he's probably 5 or 6 steps away from the line more than he would be if he was just playing a normal set. But you have to cover the deep right center field. Lowry gets it, gets up, throws to first, and they got him. So close play at first. Belt thought he was safe, and Bruce Bochy is tired of coming out of the dugout, I think.
It's a longer walk out to first base. Lowry, you see him as the shift is on, had to go to his left, and unfortunately had to leave his feet. And when he did, he made the quick throw and It's Adrian Johnson making the call at first base, and the old real close, inconclusive maybe, and now Bruce Bochy is coming out. Really, it almost waited until Ron Wodas, the bench coach, was able to get verification from someone upstairs.
See, now, this is something else we've learned. If I'm the runner, stand at first base.
That's right.
And Belt has gone back into the dugout. I think for no other reason than just stay there until you know that you're not going to challenge.
Well, Bruce Bochy did look in, and evidently they gave the thumbs down, and it's heading back to the dugout. And you know, it's one of those bang plays, and I was talking to Ron Wodas, the bench coach for Bruce Bochy, and he said, unfortunately, they're getting those inconclusives and ones that
that's called being in a slow.
Yeah. It's too bad that Lowry even had to leave his feet, because that made it a much easier play had he done that. But to your point, Cap, is watching the game in which Yasiel Puig made a throw into second base. Torrey Hunter was called out initially. He walked off the field, but he actually started walking back to second base. Said, "I know I was safe," and walked back, and it was overturned, and he was awarded a double.
To Sandoval. Hit foul left side. Sandoval 1 for 4 in the series. Remember, he just came back last night from missing a couple games. Donaldson over, and Donaldson cannot quite get it. So the count even at 2-2.
Well, you definitely can't look at the flags and try to determine which way the wind is blowing. And I think that's one of the things when you're a player. You look at the flags and see the different directions. That's why you pick up the grass, which you can on in this park, because it is real grass. But swirling winds can make it difficult trying to catch a fly ball.
That one hit hard into right center field. That's a base hit. So 2-out single for Sandoval.
I think he can hit an off-speed pitch, and you saw it last night, hitting the ball off Sonny Gray, and that was kind of a hanger. He jumped all over it. No chance for second baseman Casper to get to it.
So each team now with a hit. Here's Posey, 1 for 6 with 2 walks so far in this series. Fastball first strike. There really is not one hitter in the Giants lineup that's even really remotely swinging it well. They've scored 1 run in their last 19 innings. The pitching staff has a lot to do with that. 13 total runs in their last 7 games.
And they are going to break out. It's just a matter of when.
Maybe Friday. Friday night.
If the A's are hopeful that they'll get out of town before they do. And the problem for the Giants, if they do break out Friday, then they're going to have 4 days off starting Monday.
That's
going to be the last thing they want. So if they're going to break out, maybe prefer to wait till after the break. But I don't think Bruce Bochy wants to endure any more pain. The offense makes it tough on his pitchers, as saw with Bumgarner last night.
That went down the right field line, but foul. And even with this massive slump, the Dodgers lost today again to the Tigers. If the Giants were to win, they would be in first place. So there's your theory, Ray, which I totally agree with. Jump out early and win as many games as you can so you can weather even a bad month.
Absolutely. And they've had the bad month, but still very close. And like you said, if the Dodgers losing to Max Scherzer and the Tigers this afternoon, Jays also know that the team chasing them, the Angels, won this afternoon.
Comeback. Was listening to that game on the radio, Ray, and Albert Pujols right in the bottom of the 7th inning, a 2-run homer.
Yeah, Blue Jays had a 7-6 lead. Pujols 2-run home run. That was it. So a tough road trip for the Blue Jays before heading on to continue the trip.
Strike 3 called. Posey gets caught looking. Side retired. So each team strands a runner in the first, second inning coming up. No score.
Of subscribers watch every out-of-market game live in true HD on over 400 devices. Visit athletics.com for details.
Those gentlemen spent a little extra time getting ready for tonight's game, so you got to appreciate their effort.
Yeah. Let's see, you wear the green, I'll wear the orange.
And tomorrow we'll switch.
Yeah, you work that hard to make that hat. You definitely want to use them more than just one game.
Second inning, it'll be Donaldson, Lowry, and Norris. Kane allowed a hit in the first. He had a strikeout. So the A's leading the all-time series now with their 2 wins in this series, 52-46. No doubt Donaldson. A's won 3 of the 4 games played last year. 2012, the Giants won 4 of the 6 games played. Those are some recent numbers. This one's hit high in the air to shallow right field. Penson panic, and panic again a little late getting out of the way, but maybe the home crowd was a little more quiet. All-time series, and there it is, 52-46. And all in all, the numbers just slightly favor the Athletics. And there's been some great moments. Toward Morrison left, he drifts back.
Well, this is a big one last night when Pence came in, panic going out, and Pence was calling, I got it, I got it. Evidently panic didn't hear him, peeled off late. Pence reached, and the ball dropped, and that opened up a 4-run inning for the Athletics. Definitely a right fielder's ball, and I guess with the noise, maybe panic couldn't hear, but nothing else you could hear the rumbling of the train coming in from right field.
That's true.
Pence is not your just a normal 150-pounder. He's Well, you don't want to collide with it for sure. And if you're an infielder, you're always peeking around. You can see if he's there.
So you could hear the steam train coming.
And this time, he heard him. He said, "I got it." He said, "No, you don't. I do." Because I mean, if you're a second baseman, like we said last night, you've got to know Pitts plays shallow, and Pitts will get to most fly balls hanging that long in the air.
Fastball to Norris in first strike. 1-1 the count. Norris 312, 8 homers, 37 RBIs. Norris has 20 hits in his last 53 at bats. That's a 377 average. Sinking fastball rolled foul, 1-2.
It was interesting reading one of the comments about Derek Norris making the All-Star team for the first time. Yet he's one of 3 catchers on the team.
Yeah.
It's not like he's the everyday catcher. I think eventually he will be. He's capable of catching 130 to 35 games a season. And the fact that he can hit both righties and lefties equally as well. Maybe something in the future. But Stephen Vogt, John Jaso. Vogt, of course, playing first base tonight. Plays the outfield.
Tap fouling in. Now I was thinking about Stephen Vogt in these terms, Ray, and let's just, if we can, just forget about the fact that he's hitting 350, because that's terrific. But when were we in New York? Early June.
Right.
So it's been what, 5 weeks? Right. Think about how much value he has added to his game in 5 weeks. Right field, left field, first base catcher.
Well, pinch hit. This Betances tied the game with a double to right center.
Sandoval stays down on it. Throws in time. Side retired. Kane with a 3-up, 3-down inning. We're to the bottom of the second. Michael Morris to lead it off. No score.
From the Cubs with Jeff Samardzija. And from the A standpoint, don't let up. Giants are struggling. Don't think about them struggling. Just don't let up. Because they're good enough and they feel they can do something eventually. And whether it's against the A's or somebody else, the A's hope it's against somebody else. But Bochy has a pretty good club. Got off to a great lead. Struggling, but still very good.
First pitch to Morris is low with a breaking ball. Blanco to follow and then panic. That one hit high in the air, shallow right field. Moss is under it, and he's got it for out number 1. So Blanco will hit.
Well, watching Jets Samardzija on Sunday against Toronto, his first start for the A's, and Jason Hamill tonight, first start for the Athletics. And Cubs probably not going to do a lot in the Central Division of the National League. So for a couple of pitchers who pitching well, as Samardzija had been, not necessarily a great record, but a low earned run average. Same for Hamill, who'd won 8, but still a sub-3 ERA. Just a chance to trade it to a club that has the possibility of doing something special, to be a part of it. And they were acquired early enough in the month of July, did not have to wait until the end of July, the trading deadline. One pitched on the 6th, the other pitching on the 9th. So a lot of starts for both pitchers for the actual trading deadline.
Hamill was with the Rays in 2008 when they went to the World Series. He pitched mostly out of the bullpen, and then the next 3 years Colorado, and then 2012, 2013 with the Orioles. And a 4-pitch walk to a fast runner in Blanco. But Hamill's best years, at least wins-wise, Colorado, he was a 10-game winner in 09 and in 2010. I believe in 2012, Ray, he was off to a great start. Remember with the Orioles, he had a good ERA, about 3.5, won 8 games, and injuries slowed him down a little bit.
He's going to be upset when he throws 4 pitches out of the strike zone with a pretty good strike forward, and especially with the speed of Blanco at first.
First pitch to Panic is low. Panic 0 for 8 in the series and 3 for his last 17.
One thing he was doing last night, and we've seen him in this series, taking pitches outside and trying to pull them. And that's a bad combination because you end up rolling over and hitting the ball. And the A's hope it's right to Cayespo.
And if you're not a power hitter and you're trying to do it, well, then it's really a waste of time. Panic more of an opposite field hitter.
And sometimes the guys feel like that they can be power hitters and they could cheat a little bit, load up a little bit earlier, and get to a fastball, and all it takes is a little bit of a two-seamer, and that's when they roll over and hit an easy ground ball.
Blanco, pretty good base stealer, and he's leaking out there a little bit. He's got 8 steals this year. He's been thrown out 3 times. And with the way things are going offensively, they may try to move a runner. Not going. And that pitch is low. And now it's 2-0. 6 straight out of the strike zone by Hamill.
And that might at least, I think we're supposed to at least see Hamill throw a strike before he might do something, although now's a pretty good time. Also, after 6 out of the strike zone, then Hamill may just try to groove one for a strike, and be a pretty good pitch for Panic to hit.
Crawford, another left-handed hitter, will be next. A little delay at first base. Blanco needs his uniform taken care of. Got a big lead. Yeah, comes in for a strike down around the knees. So maybe they were making Hamill throw a strike.
Well, it's also like a 3-0 count where you zone for a certain pitch, and that was a pretty good pitch to hit for left-hander. Long time looking in the dugout for Derek Norris, trying to figure out what is going to be happening. And it's going to be a throw.
Maybe he'll get him breaking. And there he goes. And that ball's lined left center field, and that's a base hit. And Cespedes kicks it around, and they're going to wave Blanco home. Here comes Cespedes' throw to the plate. It's offline. Blanco scores, and it's 1-0 San Francisco. So it's going to be an error on Cespedes. So the runner was going, and Panic went with it.
did do exactly with the pitch that he should have. And Cespedes, you know, there's really a play. All he had to do was make the play and it had been first and third. Instead, as Blanco's looking out in the outfield, all he had to do is watch Tim Flannery. Flannery would have told him to keep running, but Cespedes tried to reach for the ball, grab it, and throw it at the same time. What a simple catch of the baseball back to second base. They have first and third, one out. Now it's a runner at second, one out, and a runner in.
He may have been thinking, I got a shot at him at third, even though I don't know that he did.
Well, that's when you have to know that it is a hit and run, and he's going to make it third easy. Plus, you want to keep the double play in order.
So that's the first error in this series by the Athletics. Crawford swings at an off-speed pitch, 0-2.
Watch as he reaches for the ball and grabs it. Tries to grab it and then is transferring it, and he really never had it securely in his glove. And his throw to the plate offline, could not get enough on the throw, flat-footed as it was.
I thought he was going to throw him out, right? Just because, well, you know why. Crawford on 3 pitches strikes out. And that's the second out.
And that's why the error is so big, because he did get the strikeout. Hamill got it in 3 pitches, and it's a little surprising that
so here's the pitcher, Kane. Kane, not a bad hitter. Big, strong guy. He's got 6 home runs in his career. And it's 0-2. The runner at second. Pulled back a little bit by Norris. Outfield shifted well to right with the pitcher up. Kane broke the bat, slow roller toward Caspo, who scoops it up. Side retired. So a costly error by Cespedes in left field. Helps the Giants take a 1-0 lead after 2.
The 6:05 game against the Orioles. 15,000 fans will receive a 1989 throwback T-shirt. It's presented by Sungevity as part of the 1989 World Series Champs Reunion Weekend. This limited edition T-shirt features a hand-drawn caricature of some of the 1989 team's most recognizable players. For information and tickets, visit athletics.com/1989 or call 877-493-BALL.
Top of the third inning, the Giants, what would be an unearned run, right?
It is unearned, yes. Yep. But it's a run nonetheless. I think the Giants, after scoring just one in the 2 games, will take anything.
So Matt Cain has not been good at the shutdown inning as he faces Cayaspo, Hamill, and Crisp. And now, so much different when you're the National League lineup, when your pitcher hits. It's almost like you look at things differently right now. All of a sudden, normally it's 8th place hitter leading off, no big deal, but it's almost like you got to get that 8th place hitter. Otherwise, it sort of sets everything up for the offense, because your pitcher can bunt, and then you got to run in scoring position for the leadoff man, and it's a different deal, different dynamic.
I'm sure the Giants, when one of their best run producers leading off tonight in 100 pins, maybe the 8th place hitter should be the pitcher.
Yeah.
Get somebody on base for him, but we'll see how that pans out. It was Cain making the final out. One thing he did for sure, of course, Pence has gone from hitting first on Monday, second last night, back to first tonight. But Cain knew that when he grounded out a broken bat to second base, he didn't run hard to first base. He's smart enough as a pitcher to know he needs to be able to take the mound and not be winded after running hard on an unnecessary trip to first base.
Take your time. It's the anti-Rich Harden theory, right?
That's right.
Where were we? St. Louis.
Yeah.
100-degree temperature.
Yeah, it was the same humidity. Then we got to Washington and get a chance to see LeVar Hernandez walk to first base after he grounded out.
The pitch is bounced in the hole. What a play by Belt. Spins around, throws to Cain, and they got Cayaspo. Heck of a play by Brandon Belt. Like that ball even kind of took a big hop.
Well, left-handed fielding first baseman. A good play, especially diving. Second baseman was there, but a nice play. And there's Matt Cain on the PFP getting to the bag quickly after Belt makes a nice play. Remember, he was robbed at first base on a close play, so defensively makes up for it.
First pitch to Hamill is skied to shallow right center. Panic out, and Panic has it. So Jason Hamill is retired. It's Matt Cain and the long ball, which has been an issue this year. He's given up 12 home runs in what is now 87 innings. You see home runs, fastball percentage, home runs per at bat, and the difference between this year and his entire career before that. And even last year, 23 home runs allowed in 184 innings. Another example, Ray, of a guy who for the first 6-7 years of his career was throwing 94, 95 miles an hour, and now in his 9th year he's throwing 90, 91, 92. That's what happens sometimes.
That's an amazing career. One under 500 as a career.
His first 3 years in the big leagues, he went 30 and 42. The next 5, he went 63 and 45.
Is that where the big contract came from as a result after that?
I think it was the second part of that.
Yeah.
But he has not been as sharp this year, no question about it. Two on one to Coco Crisp, who hit a ball hard, but right at Panic to lead off the game, and now 3-1.
Hot hitter in the on-deck circle. You want to find a way to get on, even if it's a walk, just to get on first base in front of Stephen Vogt.
And it is a walk. Sinking fastball, and Coco takes it. So that's the first walk by Cain. Says the run support this year, third lowest in the National League. And it's always been a little bit of an issue with him. In fact, when you have a term named after it that has your name on it, that's not good. They call it being caned here in San Francisco. If a pitcher has a good outing and doesn't get any run support, that's not what you want.
No. Coco Chris might also try to get Stephen Vogt to get a base hit and get to second base by stealing, and that's why they're paying a little bit more attention. And I'm surprised with a couple of outs in the inning. Mr. Posey, Matt Cain, and the staff. Good idea that Coco might be thinking about running, get him in scoring position.
16 out of 19 is Coco Crisp in steals this year. So 84% success rate for Coco. He's got a little lead, not going, and the pitch is a strike. Vogt singled the center in the first.
Third ball, first pitch, and after a couple of throws to first base.
A's have 4 stolen bases in the first 2 games of this series. And Vogt gets jammed and flips one foul just past the Giants' dugout. 0-2.
Serious miss of location, but it did work out as a jam as Posey wanted the fastball down and away. It was up and in. Posey setting up, and look at the location. Missed it badly, but sometimes you can get away with one. His velocity allowed him to do it.
That's another thing too, Ray. When you lose some velocity, all of a sudden location, you get away with fewer mistakes at 91 than you do at 95. Pitch out.
One thing I've really never liked, especially you have 2 outs, 2 strikes on a hitter. A pitch out is never a guarantee you're going to throw out the base runner, even if he does run. And then instead of trying to get the hitter out, and the count 1 and 2.
Runner goes, and the throw is in time, and they got Coco Crisp. So Posey throws out Crisp. And that's how the top of the third comes to an end. Bottom of the third coming up. 1-0 San Francisco. by Discover RV in Lodi. Come and check out our grand opening and our summer savings. Visit our website at discoverrv.net. 1-0, Giants leading the A's. It's the bottom of the third inning. Jason Hamill, his first start as a member of the Athletics. And first pitch, foul tip strike.
Hunter Pence's approach, really, there's nothing wrong with it. How about loading up early, aggressive, swings at almost everything. Even curveballs in the dirt, as he did last night.
It's unconventional.
Chokes up.
In fact, I'm not sure that there's another player like that. It's just he's very good. It's just very unconventional. He bounces that one, and that's a tough play, and it's picked up by Vogt. He had to smother it. Well, you're never sure where that ball's going to kick, but Vogt was able to keep it right in front of him.
In opposite field, infield, you always have to be prepared for a hitter swinging late, and that's what Pence did on a fastball away. And sometimes, if you're a first baseman and you're a catcher also, you go into the catching mode, and that's block it. Use your body. You just don't have the equipment. But Stephen Vogt, since he's played enough at first base, he's very comfortable there.
First pitch, curveball in for a strike to Belt. Belt is 0 for 9 in the series.
Stephen Vogt actually in Detroit. Remember, there was a late change. And Vogt was scheduled to be in right field, Moss at first base, and Stephen Vogt actually went in to manager Bob Melvin. He said, you know, Moss is a better right fielder. He throws better. I can handle first base, so why don't you put him out there and I'll come to first. And Stephen Vogt, I think, said it best. Bob Melvin is the type of manager that he was comfortable to go in to discuss with them instead of just going by what the lineup said. And that's why Moss is in right field again tonight. Vogt's at first.
Good 0-2 pitch. Very close. Call the ball 1-2.
It's kind of the relationship that Bob Melvin has with the players, that they feel comfortable. As Bob said, the door is always open. Never want to give anybody the impression that behind closed doors you can't come in. And Stephen Vogt was able to do it easily.
2-2 now to Belt.
So a very good slider swerve, actually, first pitch, and see if he can go back to the pitch. That's another slider.
And that was a good one, but a little bit down and away, and a good take by Belt, so a full count.
Kind of a backup slider, did not break sharply as the first one did.
So payoff pitch, here it is. Pitch breakdown for Hamill, and likes the fastball and likes the slider. And a 3-2 slider, and that one hung, and it's a walk. So here's a little bit more on the Jason Hamill slider, which, as we just showed you, he likes to throw. The difference between last year, green, this year, gold. And but the chase, that's guys pitching at this, swinging at the slider when it's out of the strike zone. Slugging percentage way down. So it's been a better pitch for him this year than last year, is basically what we're telling him. High and fouled on the left field line by Sandoval, who singled in the first. Posey in the on deck circle. Belt is a big guy, but he will run. He's got 3 steals this year. Another one foul. This one into the upper deck.
Sandoval's hit a couple of breaking pitches last night and tonight, and first 2 pitches in this at bat, fastballs. It's kind of a remembering of prior at bats in case of Derek Norris. Remembering last night as well as tonight. So we'll see if he stays hard with him. Got to hit 0-2 to Belt as well before throwing 4 out of the strike zone.
Slice foul, another fastball. So the count remains 0-2. So an unearned run in the second inning is the only run in the game so far. Cespedes bobbled the ball out in left field. That allowed Blanco to score. Another fastball, again foul back.
I was tempted to try to go softer, but Sandoval, as long as he seems to be waiting, he might be looking for something off speed. Late on the fastballs, which leads you to believe that he is thinking something off speed, which you hit the first at bat. Defense playing him to play to the opposite field. Coco pushed towards left center.
Moss pretty deep in right and toward right center. Another 0-2 pitch, and a breaking ball is lofted towards center field. Coco on the move, and Coco dives, and he can't get it. And it trickles away, and Belt is going to try for third, and the throw is going to be late. Donaldson has to make an acrobatic play. So Coco with a great effort, and it just trickled out of his glove.
Well, we talked about the way the defense was shading him, and then it gets an off-speed pitch, and watch how far Coco Crisp comes to even make a close enough play. Had it, thought he had it, and then Belt, who was almost to second, and able to continue on to third, which is an important play for him. But that's pitching against the defense.
Yeah, I was just thinking, I mean,
if you're shading him left center, and tough for Coco Crisp to see, but that's how close he came. Had it at the edge of his glove, not quite in the pocket, but the off-speed pitch helped Sandoval pull the ball into an area where nobody was really playing.
This pitch to Posey is a strike, and you saw where Sandoval's foul balls were. They were all kind of off to the left. So he was shaded toward left center and some, and it just made the run just that much longer. 0-1 to Posey. He just need a ground ball right at somebody. And that one's hit to Lowry, and he dives, can't get it. Base hit. Belt trots in to score. So Posey with an RBI single, and it's 2-0 San Francisco. I think Posey was off balance a little bit, but kept his hands back.
A hanging slider, and again with his stance, he is pretty much suited for something off speed, and just hooked the slider into left field. So a one-out walk similar to last inning, and a ball that was not able to be caught. Put a runner at third, and very similar here. And now Hamill has the problem again in this inning. But going back to the Pablo Sandoval event, it's one thing to think about an off-speed pitch, but you also think about wasting it. And Pablo Sandoval is a tough hitter to try to throw a waste pitch because he's always aggressive, goes out of the strike zone. But if you're going to throw him something off speed and against the defense and the way they're positioned, it has to be an unhittable pitch. And that was enough that he was able to pull it into right center.
Here's Morse. Now throwing a waste pitch to him may be a waste of time.
Unless you bounce it. I mean, that's the only possibility, and just not even make it close enough, but show it to him, but not be able to put it in a position where he could make contact.
And a hanging breaking ball, and more swings and misses, and the count is 1-1.
Last night, Dan Otero threw him a similar pitch, and he did the same thing. Looking pitches away, pitches inside, and got under it and swung through it.
Fastball a little bit inside. So would you think, Ray, that Morris, we've seen him enough. I mean, probably a guy you'd want to try to jam, right?
Yeah,
he lights it out.
He likes to extend his arms and go to the opposite field, and a couple of singles last night to right field. We've seen him hit home runs to right field when he's with the Mariners.
And that one misses down and away. Now it's 3-1. Blanco is the on-deck hitter, so a lot of pitches for Jason Hamill. 54 with 1 out in the 3rd inning. Pitch, check, swing, and it would have been ball 4, and Morris fouled it back. So 3-2.
He's got a very long swing, and started and tried to hold up. The ball found the bat.
Now Morris has grounded into 14 double plays, and that's a lot. And the fastball runs inside, and the bases are loaded with 1 out. So 3 walks in the game, 2 of them in this inning, and now Hamill's in a bunch of trouble.
Well, he showed the strikeout to walk ratio, which is excellent with the Cubs this year, but same with Brad Mills when he has made his A's debut against the Red Sox. He did not give up a lot of walks, did in that game with 4 settled down against the Mets, and Hamill tonight, out of character for him to walk already 3 in just 3 innings.
Pitch to Blanco, just a bit high. Blanco walked and scored in the 2nd inning. And a good pitch there, off speed, down around the knees. 1-1 the count. Not a lot of speed with Sandoval, Posey, and Morse. Ball up and away.
The way Hamill's going, being in National League Park, he might not get a chance to keep his hit streak alive. This continues because pitch counts mounting. A lot of pitches in this inning. Still looking for the pitch that can get 2 outs.
Blanco, really fast runner. And the breaking ball's high, and now it's 3-1.
Like he did last inning, first out of the inning. Got Moore's last inning. He got Pence in this inning, but since then hasn't retired a batter.
And that one's fouled down the left field line, so now becomes a big pitch. 3-2, 1 out with the bases loaded.
And Blanco knows he's going to get the same pitch 3-2. He just got 3-1. And that is a fastball. Just a matter of location, just a matter of who's going to expand his zone.
And the pitch, swing and a miss on a fastball at 93 miles an hour. And that's a big strikeout.
You know, you watch him swing. Watch him open up. He is opening up like he wants to hit a grand slam. And when you hit fly open like that, instead of doing what Panic did last inning and taking the ball the opposite field, they gave him pitches to hit, fastballs to hit, and he swung right through him. Very surprised.
That's why he's hitting 220.
Yeah.
Because he's a speed guy and he's trying to hit home runs. So big second out, and here's Panic. And that one's outside. Panic had that base hit to left field that Cespedes juggled. Fastball away, 2-0. So a run in on Posey's RBI single here in the bottom of the third. Fastball, and that one fouled straight back.
I was amazed when a hitter has a fastball count, and that's a very, very late load. I mean, you talk about wanting to gear up, and to foul back a 2-0 fastball that's down the middle. I mean, you know it's coming, and you know that the pitcher is behind, is going to throw a fastball. That's the Jose Bautista. Lift the leg and crush it.
Curve is high, 3-1. So the slider is kind of left-handed in this inning. He has really not thrown a good one.
He's got a challenge with a fastball. Blanco got a 3-1 fastball. Panic is going to get one here.
Here it comes. And it's right down the middle, and it's foul back, 3-2. So the runners will take off. And that will line down the left field line, and it is foul. So everybody returns to their bases. 68 pitches now for Hamill. Another 3-2 pitch. Here it is. And it's bounced right to Callaspo, who has it, flips to first, side retired. So it could have been worse. The Giants get just one, and we're on to the fourth. 2-0 San Francisco. brought to you by Coors, the Banquet Beer. July 2nd, 1997, the first interleague matchup between the A's and the Giants. Mark McGwire, a 3-run homer off Kirk Reeder in an 8-1 rout. The A's defeated the Giants. That was at Candlestick Park. And here it is. Check it out. A day game. And Big Mac goes the other way. It was his 30th home run on the year, and it was career home run number 359. That was the year, Ray, he was traded. And he ended up with 58 home runs that year. So, Big Mac going the other way at the stick. So 1997, the 18th year of interleague play, and whether you like it or not, and everybody certainly has an opinion on it, I don't believe it's going to.
Matter of fact, there's an interleague game every day because there are 15 teams in each league, and that means that somebody has to play each other from the other league.
And like most things, when it was announced that that's what was going to happen, Astros are moving to a different league, and everybody was up in arms. Oh my goodness. And then when it gets implemented, and it just becomes part of the way it is. I mean, I don't think too much about it when I look at the day's schedule and I see an interleague game. It's just, I don't know. It's the way it is.
The way it is. It's the only thing that is created during that scheduling. 15 teams in each league is they make a decision on it. The designated hitter. Do they eliminate it? Do they add both to both leagues? But we'll see that change sometime in the future, one way or the other.
So 3-2 to Vogt with Cespedes to follow. Vogt trying to get aboard. He was at the plate when Coco was thrown out trying to steal.
And there's an example right there, fouling off a pitcher's pitch. Good two-seam fastball from Kane to the outside part of the plate. And Vogt right at the last instant. Watch this. He just sees it. Oh, maybe close to a strike. And foul it off. Wade Boggs, Hall of Famer, probably the best to ever go there.
That one is hit to right and hit well. And that baby's gone. Stephen Vogt gets the A's on the board, and it's 2-1.
Well, Wade Boggs didn't do a lot of that. He usually pinged a single to left field. But Stephen Vogt took the two-seam fastball, got a hanging slider, and no doubt. And he continues to do what he's done ever since he joined the club June 1st. Hanger, crushed it. It's going over everything. Fan got it on the rebound, threw it back in over the right field wall.
So third home run of the year for Vogt. And I don't even know what that pitch was, but it was flat. Yeah, that's for sure.
Slider just flattened out. And
so 2-1 game now.
Really, all Stephen Vogt did was react as he had gotten the two-seam fastball away. And you know, just like when Hamill threw the curveball to Pablo Sandoval, you throw so many pitches, and you see that the hitters foul them off. You're going to try to do something different, and you don't make the quality pitch, and you get burnt.
So 1-2 now to Cespedes.
Remember, Vogt was at the plate when Coco was thrown out last inning. Actually saw 4 pitches in that at bat. And then 8 in this at bat before he hit the home run, or when he hit the home run on the 8th pitch.
King tried it again, and it's outside.
You know, Cap, it brings up a point where Stephen Vogt has played since the time that you talked about. There are going to be some changes. Josh Reddick's going to come back. They got Kyle Blanks, and well, there's some guys that are performing, getting the opportunity. It really makes it a difficult decision when guys do get healthy and come back.
And that one on the inside corner, strike 3 call.
Cespedes swinging at a slider out of the strike zone, and a two-seam fastball inside corner. Mark Rippinger liked it. Cespedes didn't.
So 1 out, and here's Moss. Moss struck out swinging to end the first inning. Sharp curveball there from Kane, and Moss swings over top.
Good tilt on this curveball, and you can see him wrap it around in his hand and drop it in the strike zone.
Same thing. This one moving in a little bit on Moss, and he fouls it back. So the count 1-2. So Vogt's home run leading off the fourth. The A's their first run. A's first home run in this series.
Well, the last one was Donaldson against Burley on Saturday.
Swings and misses. So back-to-back strikeouts for Kane after the Vogt home run, and there's 2 outs.
You see a hitter struggle with a curveball, you stay with it, and Moss over the top, and a couple of pretty good curveballs from Kane.
So here's Donaldson. Donaldson hit a fly ball to right field in the second inning. Fastball for a strike. So Donaldson 1 for 7 in this series. And a quick 0-2. Donaldson still among the league leaders and 3rd in runs scored, 6th in home runs, and 6th in RBIs in the American League. And he shoots that one toward right field, but Pence is there, and Pence reaches up and grabs it. Side retired. Stephen Vogt with a home run, his 3rd of the year, and it was a long one. So the A's are on the board. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's the Giants 2, and it's the A's 1.
53rd. Age players, coaches, local celebrities, and more will serve fans root beer floats for $2 each. Mug signed by manager Bob Melvin will be available for $25, and $15 non-autographed mugs with unlimited refills are also available. Proceeds benefit the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. As always, admission is free with a game ticket.
Crawford to lead it off. 8th place hitter. And Angel Hernandez said that's a swing. Crawford, Kane, and Pence. And it's 0-2.
I guess you can look at this inning we were talking about earlier. Tony Russo, one of the things we talked about, having a pitcher hit an 8th. But it is Crawford and then the pitcher. But big shutdown inning for Jason Hamill, especially after struggling last inning, throwing a lot of pitches.
Was able to strike out Blanco and get Panic to ground out with the bases loaded. That could come back and play here at some point. Cespedes in left field. He's got plenty of room, and he makes the catch.
And the interesting thing, on both hitters, 3-1 count.
Yep.
So both hitters were in the driver's seat. They had everything under control. The count in their favor. Knew they were getting fastballs. And shockingly, a strikeout and a ground out. And Hamill got out of the bases loaded jam. That'd get you pumped up.
Here's Kane. Kane swings and misses. Kane bounced out to the second baseman in his first at bat. So a quick 0-2 from Jason Hamill. With Hunter Pence waiting in the on-deck circle. Kane hits it hard to Caspo, who scoops it up, moving to his left. And that's out number 2. And another little trick when the pitcher's hitting is the on-deck hitter. Just kind of take your time. Take a couple extra swings.
And actually, Coco did it with Hamill.
Take your time.
And he actually took the first pitch and then took 4 more and walked. But you're right. That's why Kane, first of all, didn't run hard to first base, but did exert a little bit of energy to run the first and back in the dugout. So with 2 outs, Pence does not want to swing at the first pitch. No surprise that it would throw him a breaking ball, considering he probably knew he was going to be taking, but it's Hamill trying to get the breaking ball working again, and that was a good one to Pence.
And he paints the outside corner, and it's 0-2.
Good changeup. That 0-2 single just came back to the outside part of the plate. And 86.
Hamill in need of a quick inning, and he's close to getting one. 80 pitches thrown. That one's driven to center. That's it well. Coco's going back, and it is gone. 0-2 pitch, make it 1-2 pitch, and Hunter Pence straightaway center field. And the Giants get that run right back.
Tried to go inside with a fastball, left it out over the plate. Missed location. And Hunter Pence aggressively swinging and carried all the way to center field. And that's what happens when you try to pitch inside and you don't get the pitch inside. You leave it out. Hitter can extend his arms and He did it.
So Pence, he's strong. A 12th home run. Belt gets jammed, and it's 0-2. Pitch there on 0-2, kind of floated outside just a little bit. That one hit toward left as Belt reached for it, and Cespedes is under it. He's got it. Side retired. Pence with a home run, so we're on to the 5th inning. It's the Giants 3 and the A's 1. Bay Bridge moments. That was the Almeida Signs game-winning home run. Tim Hudson, 5-hit complete game shutout against the A's. Eric Burns, remember that right here at this ballpark? The cycle. Derek Norris, the walk-off home run. Then, of course, World Series goes back to 1989 when these two teams hooked up, and the A's won it in a sweep. So lots of memorable moments. So Lowry to lead it off. He'll be followed by Norris and Callaspo, 6, 7, and 8. The A's trailing 3-1. Lowry hit a fly ball to left field. First at bat. Lowry's starting to swing the bat better. He's got 4 consecutive multi-hit games. He's 8 for his last 16. He deserves a few bloops to fall in.
We're talking about a team getting hot before the All-Star break. Hitters don't want to get too hot and then have the 4 days off. And Jed Lowry might be taking batting practice every day in the break if he continues the way he's going. Brandon Moss has happened to be going to the All-Star game because he got to take batting practice Monday and Tuesday. Workout day on Monday before the game on Tuesday. Then a couple of days off. The A's will work out next Friday at the Coliseum before hosting the Orioles in a weekend series.
2-2 pitch. Little flare left field, and that's going to fall for a hit. Morris picks it up, and there is a blue pitch for Lowry.
He'll be first to tell you they never average out, but it seems like in this streak of consecutive multi-hit games, a few of these have been dropping for him, which is always a good sign. To respect his opposite field power is Brett Gardner of the Yankees saw a ball hit over his head in left field for a double, and Morris is playing deep. Not sure. Morris might be a great outfielder, but a DH primarily. But he has to play in the outfield in the National League, so he's going to play deeper than some would.
First pitch to Norris is foul near home plate. The Twins are leading the Mariners tonight, Ray, 8-0 in the fourth inning. How about that? Starting pitchers were Gibson and Elias. Elias knocked out in the fourth inning. Just a touch inside.
Walker was optioned to AAA. They just brought up another reliever because they're going to have to make a move for Thursday. King Felix normal pitching day, but they will have to have a start. I think they're going to go to the bullpen by committee for that day. Wilhelmsen may start.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So, but if the Mariners, who have lost already to the Twins for a couple of games, so before the A's come into town, they may be farther behind than what they thought would be at the weekend series, and moving the pitchers back for Felix, Puma, and then Chris Young. The three starters scheduled to face the Athletics over the weekend. That's why it's too early to start making all these moves. You know, September it's one thing, but doing it in July before an All-Star break, it's not a lock that you're going to be winning anyway. And of course, if you don't, that's 2 games.
Would you say that if you were 8 back?
Yeah, I think it's still early. I think it's too early to try to change everything in hopes of seeing some things happen.
The Angels won today, as we mentioned, 8-7 over the Blue Jays.
Fastball down low, and Derek Norris, pretty good pitch, and he swung over.
So 2-2 the count. Callaspo in the on-deck circle. He's trying to get something going here against Kane in the 5th. That's a shot foul. Pujols hit that home run in the 7th inning. It was a 2-run shot that gave the Angels the 8-7 lead. It was career home run number 512 for Albert Pujols. So he is now tied with Ernie Banks and Eddie Matthews for 21st in the all-time list. That's a good pairing to be tied with, huh? Ernie Banks and Eddie Matthews. Another 2-2 pitch, curveball, and Norris swings and misses. Strikeout number 4 for Kane.
And he throws the curveball hard, and a lot of aggressive motion when he does deliver the curveball.
So there's your standings, with the Angels winning and the Mariners in action right now. So the A's and the Mariners this weekend, and the Angels will have a 4-game series in Arlington against the Rangers. So that's where they will end up. First pitch to Callaspo is inside. Callaspo was robbed of a hit by Belt. That was in the 3rd inning. Belt dove to his right and made a very nice play. Callaspo now 3 for 9 in the series. Nice night. Cool as always, but a full house. Pitch is a curveball, and it's outside. 2-1.
Around the plate, and just it did not break sharply as the one he had thrown to Derek Norris for the strikeout.
That one hit up the middle, knocked knocked down by Kane. He spins. He fires it into center field. So Kane kind of hustled after it, and he hurried his throw a little bit. And instead of getting the out at first, and the pitcher's coming up, he fired it into center field, and now there's 2 on and 1 out.
And they got a glove on it, not a body part, which is good. But you know, if you look at that again, delivering short, it looks like he stumbles. Watch his right foot. He stumbles, and maybe at that point he could not make an accurate throw. But it seemed like when he started to make the throw, watch his right foot.
Yep, I think you're right.
He just got the cleats caught in the dirt and maybe threw him off balance, and as a result made the bad throw. And take good outfield play as they were backing up with the errant throw, keeping both runners at first and second.
So that's the 4th error in this series by the Giants, and their 60th on the year. So here's Hamill.
They're playing like he's going to bunt. Yeah, it's a pretty good hitter, so who knows it's 1 out. Maybe unconventional to have a pitcher swing away in this situation. Melvin has managed both the National League and the American League, so he's familiar with these opportunities. And that is usually with the pitcher out to get 2 runners in the scoring position, take a chance with the leadoff hitter to drive him in.
And the ball is bunted, and it's bunted foul. So Kane threw him a breaking ball.
Well, talk about buckling some knees.
All right, maybe we'll swing away. I don't know.
Well, he was looking fastball and definitely got a very good curveball.
He's going to try it again. And they're going to say no swing. Pull the bat back just to
realize that a curveball is a pretty tough pitch to bunt, and this high fastball. Yeah, I like to pitch up in the zone. If your pitcher attempts to bunt, then he usually is going to pop it up. Tough to get on top of a high fastball.
Squares early. And he bunts it. Kane off the mound, and Kane's going to look at third and then throw to first to get the out there. So he peeked at third, but decided let's make sure to get the out at first. So nice bunt by Jason Hamill.
He did a great job of deading the ball in front of home plate. So mission accomplished. He got a couple of runners on base. He got them both in a scoring position. Now he's hopeful to have his leadoff hitter get a base hit and tie the game. There's Darren Bush, the bullpen coach, giving high fives, because remember, all the relievers in the dugout here in San Francisco.
Kane from the windup, and the first pitch to Coco is a ball.
Coco was upset with himself when he could not make the diving catch on the ball that Sandoval dropped into right center, although great effort considering he was playing a left center. So for him to get a base hit to potentially tie it would be great.
Curve spins outside. Now it's 2-0. So the A's need a 2-out hit to tie up this game. Outside corner for a strike, 2-1, 93 miles an hour.
Just ball move away from Coco. Good take. He could not do much with it, except maybe single left field. But he's not looking for the pitch running away like that.
Doing pitches, grounded to Belt, scoops it up, hustles to the bag, side retired. So the A's threaten but do not score. They strand a pair in scoring position. Bottom of the 5th coming up. 3-1 San Francisco. picture photo to CSNCA fan photo. Put your name and your hometown down for a chance to be shown in an upcoming game broadcast. Mitra and Richard White sent us this photo from Pittsburgh. Those two are having a good time. So we appreciate the photo. Thank you very much. AT Park, high above San Francisco. Giants 3, A's 1, and Sandoval to lead it off. Sandoval, Posey, Morris in the bottom of the 5th inning. So good changeup from Hamill. Kind of a hard changeup. Acts like a splitter a little bit.
Yeah, he throws it about 85, 86, which is pretty hard.
Sandoval, single in the 1st, single in the 3rd. Giants have 5 hits total in the game. A's have 3.
Shook off a changeup, and now a couple of sliders, both inside and back door. And as I would think, Jason Hamill being in the National League, very familiar with the National League hitters, and especially someone like Sandoval.
Pitch to the backstop. Giants got an interesting decision with Pablo Sandoval. He's going to be a free agent at the end of this year. He'll be 28 years old in August. And Brian Sabian is trying to figure out how much money to give him. That one stayed down, and Volt stayed down on it. And Sandoval is retired. So that's a tough call. He's not a perfect player, but he's also middle of the order hitter. But when you're a free agent,
trying to
get big time.
Trying to determine if he's worth $100 million. That's pretty much it. And
he's not going to get $100 million from these guys.
No, but Bruce Bochy pretty much said it in the spring training and actually Bay Bridge series that he said with the way baseball is, somebody will give it to him.
Yep,
and it probably won't be the Giants. There are clubs who are in need of a hitter to play third base that have the money to spend.
Buster Posey's not going anywhere. No. He's got a contract through 2021.
Time to be a baseball player. If you put up any kind of numbers at all, you'll be well rewarded.
Lowry handles an in-between hop, flips it across, and Posey's retired.
The surprising thing to me, Matt Cain signed a pretty lucrative contract, and I was shocked when I saw the numbers for his career that he's 1 under 500. Of course, the 7 losses this year doesn't help, but in Homer Bailey got a huge contract with the Reds, which kind of set the bar with certain contracts for pitchers that become free agents. And Jason Hamill is in that category this year, just Samardzija next year.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, as good as Samardzija has been, and Hamill's had a good career, they're both under 500.
Yeah, that's right.
Career record.
That's it.
That doesn't mean they're not good pitchers, but you're right. It's interesting. Shot toward Coco, who hustles over to right center, and he's able to track it down. Morris digging for 2, and he's going to make it with a slide. So Morris with a 2-out double. Double number 22 for Morris.
I'm not surprised opposite field. Surprising thing is that once again Jason Hamill gets 2 quick outs and cannot get the 3rd. And Coco crisp a long run, blessed with a strong arm. So it would have been a shock if Morris had stopped at first. That is really an easy double, even for someone who is struggling to run fast. He looks like he's running hard and fast, but he's not. That was an Exmo. It's really hard to determine whether it's Exmo or real life, but
I'm going to let you tell him that, because he's 6'5", 240.
No, he's a good man. He knows he can't run. I mean, some guys can, some guys can't, but it was smart on his part with 2 outs to go for 2, and he made it easily.
1-0 to Blanco, 2-0 to Blanco. Hamill had a big strikeout of Blanco in the 3rd inning with the bases loaded and 1 out. Hamill got behind in the count, but Blanco ended up striking out. Hamill challenged him and got a big strikeout. Hit high and foul into the upper deck.
Hamill's gotten the first hitter in every inning that he's pitched. In the last 2 innings, the first 2 hitters. It's a home run with 2 outs, and now a 2-out double for Morris. I think they'd like to just have a nice, easy inning, get back from the dugout, but it makes it a little bit difficult after getting 2 outs.
It looked like Hamill was looking at his thumb on his glove hand, which is a bit strange. Let's look at the last pitch he threw. Don't know if there's anything that we can see, but let's just watch. So again, it's the glove hand thumb. Well, that doesn't look quite right to me.
You know, the way he made his throw and the way he caught the ball, and cramps do occur. It's strange. I don't know, like it's a
boing. Interesting. Well, we're still working on it. That's assistant athletic trainer Walt Horn. Don't think I've ever seen anything like that before.
No.
There is a little movement. And you know, the umpires, you got to give them plenty of time to make sure he's okay.
If there's any good news about it, it's his glove hand. It's non-throwing hand, but in the case of Drew Pomeranz, what he's going through right now, he broke his right hand, but left-handed pitcher trying to get to the point where he can actually catch a ball with his glove hand.
There's almost curiosity, you know, what's wrong with him.
So they'll let him throw a couple. Again, as we've said before, just so everybody knows, it's his glove hand. But you do pull through with your glove hand quite a bit. Pitch.
One of the important things is to be able to catch a ball back from the catcher, and if there's a line drive hit, a ground ball, can he field it? And I bet it was just a cramp.
So the count is 2-1 to Blanco with Morris at second base.
Two and 1 the count. He's confirming that with Mark Reppinger. Hitter, he looked fastball first pitch. Figure after all that, might as well guess. If you get it, let it go.
And a fastball right there. Blanco takes it 2-2.
Yeah, that's a perfect pitch to go to left field.
I think we're seeing tonight why Gregor Blanco's hitting under 220. One bounce to Callaspo. Nice big hop. Side retired. So Morris is stranded at second base, and we're on to the 6th inning. I hope Hamill's okay. 3-1 Giants. Is brought to you by Evergood Sausage Company. Get grilling. So 3-1, the Giants lead the A's. It's the top of the 6th inning. A's are looking for their 7th consecutive win and their 3rd win in a row over the Giants. Jason Hamill, let's hope he's okay. So Vogt to lead it off would be Vogt, Cespedes, and Moss against Matt Cain. First pitch is a strike. This is what Vogt did in the 4th inning, leading things on.
After fouling off a tough two-seam fastball, gets a slider right into his wheelhouse and sped up his bat just enough to hit it close to the water.
One of 3 hits that Cain has allowed through the first 5 innings.
Has 2, and Lowry with a blue hit to left field, and that's it.
A lot of pitches though for Cain. 92 through 5 innings, 5+ innings. So at some point he's going to need his bullpen.
He's due up third in the bottom half of the inning. For 6 innings, that is a lot of pitching. It's not as if he's had much trouble tonight.
And that one just missed outside. King's strikeout of Norris in the 5th inning was his 1,500th career strikeout. The 3-2 pitch is a curveball that's whacked foul.
Breaking ball, he recognized it, and he was able to foul off another tough pitch.
3-2 pitch outside, and it's a leadoff walk. So a good start here in the top of the 6th inning. So walk number 2 for Kane.
Actually, Matt Kane has probably too much movement on the fastball to left-handers. Especially if they don't offer at it and give him Vogt, has had a perfect night.
So see if Cespedes can get Vogt moving. Cespedes a fly ball to center field and a strikeout. He's 0 for 2 and 1 for 9 in the series. And that one's bounced. Sandoval has it to second for 1. Panic back to first, not in time. So Cespedes bounces into the fielder's choice. So Vogt got on top of Panic pretty quick.
And they're going to throw out Cespedes. He runs too fast and down the line quickly to avoid the double play. Busted down the line about 3/4 of the way and then shut it down, knowing it's not going to be double off.
So here's Moss. Moss can get into one. 0-1 the count. A couple of strikeouts. Well, maybe he's due against Kane. There's a soft line drive over Sandoval's head, and that's into left field. Sandoval scrambles back to cover third. So Moss has a hit. 2 on, 1 out.
Well, after a couple of strikeouts, he'll take it. Shift, and went against the shift with an inside-out swing. Jammed him a bit, but one infielder to the left side and over the third baseman's head at shortstop.
Well, Matt Kane has only had 1 3-up, 3-down inning. That was the second. He only faced 3 hitters in the third because Coco was thrown out stealing. Machi gets up, and O'Flaherty gets up in the A's bullpen. So the A's putting some pressure on Kane here in the top of the 6th. There's the lefty O'Flaherty just now starting to throw. Donaldson in the 5th spot in the order.
That's how there's some positive thinking about Miles Melvin, or something more has happened to Jason Hamill with his thumb.
That's another thing. You got to have a guy ready in case that pitcher spot comes up and there's action. You have somebody ready to come in. 1-1 to Donaldson, who is flied out to right and lined out to right. Setting up outside, and a hanger, and Donaldson missed it. Blanc goes under it, and he's got it. And if we show that pitch again, you're going to see a hanger. And when Donaldson's hot, he hits it, but he's struggling just a bit. And watch this baby hang right up there.
Just got under the hanger, and similar pitch he had against Joe Nathan and the Tigers, a 3-1 walk-off, and got the foot down and got way out in front, and maybe too much of a weight shift. He knew he got under it instead of on top of it.
So 2 outs, and here's Lowry. Lowry with a fly ball to left field and a bloop single to left. And he hits it hard. Panic dives, can't get it. Here comes Cespedes. Pence's throw is going to go to second, and a 2-out RBI hit by Lowry, and it's 3-2. So Lowry comes through.
And that's 5 consecutive multi-hit games for Jed Lowry. The big one to drive in 1 and try to keep it going with 2 outs. And right down the middle. Boy, it's such a good pitch to hit. Location not particularly great for Matt Cain, and Panik just could not get the ball, at least to knock it down. Pence knew he didn't have a chance. And maybe a better angle for Panik would have helped at least to knock the ball down, at least to made a diving effort.
So here's Norris. 2 outs, a run in. Curve, steps in for a strike. Norris a ground out and a strikeout. Hits in his last 19 at bats, so things are starting to turn for Jed Lowry. Hit hard to right at Crawford, who stays down, side retired. So a run on a couple of hits and a walk for the A's, so we're going to the bottom of the 6th. 3-2 Giants.
Second against the Kansas City Royals. That afternoon, 10,000 fans will receive a La Potencia t-shirt presented by NetSuite, which pays tribute to A's left fielder and 2013 Home Run Derby champion Yoenis Cespedes. For information and tickets, visit athletics.com/1989 or call 877-493-BALL. La Potencia might have 2 on there, maybe 2013 and 2014. If he wins it this year, and maybe you can pick a magic marker and put /14.
That's right.
Next to the 2013. T-shirt's probably already made. La Potencia, but
our fans are creative.
Yeah. Eric O'Flaherty in the game, and no double switch, and probably because Eric O'Flaherty has been pretty much a 1-inning pitcher since returning from Tommy John surgery. This 3rd appearance for him. 3rd appearance, and he's been good, but Bob Melvin figures he's only going to pitch 1 inning anyway. Then no reason to have a double switch.
99 pitches for Jason Hamill, 3 runs, 2 earned runs in 5 innings. So when it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change tune-up and brake expert. So good opportunity for O'Flaherty and a couple of left-handed hitters. And then looks like a pinch hitter for Kane. 1 and 2 to Joe Panik. Panik a single and a ground out. close pitch. Jeremy Affeldt, the left-hander, is working in the Giants bullpen. Panik hits it right up the middle, and that's a base hit. So Panik is 2 for 3.
No good breaking pitches, but a fastball with him opening up, left it right in the middle of the plate, right over the pitcher's mound as O'Flaherty followed through towards the third base side and right over where he was standing.
So here's Crawford.
It's a case where you got to have a pinch hitter for Kane. You might see a bunt from Crawford, lefty on lefty. O'Flaherty used it pretty tough against the lefties. As there's your pinch hitter. Arias. Arias.
Crawford jabs at it and fouls it right over the screen. So there's Affeldt getting ready. So Crawford with a long look down to Tim Flannery, the third base coach. Crawford not bunting this time and takes the breaking ball low. 1-1. Crawford has actually hit left-handed pitching much better than right-handed pitching. He's hitting .338 against lefties, .202 against righties, and that one bunted. Diving attempt by Vogt, and he did not catch it, and everybody's safe. So it's going to go as a hit for Crawford, and that's going to allow Matt Cain to hit instead of Arias.
Maybe more of an accomplished bunter, but this ball in the air. And, well, I don't know that anybody would have gotten to the ball quickly enough to beat Crawford in the bag anyway. That's why Stephen Wood had to make a diving effort and rolled over, did not throw, and wisely that he did not throw.
So the 7th and 8th place hitters get on, and so Cain will stay in the game at least to bunt, and then you don't have to waste a position player just to bunt. Corner infielders crashing, and Cain bunts at 5. Goes as a hit for Crawford. So 8 hits now for the Giants.
Tim Flannery did not bother to give a sign. He came down and whispered in his ear to tell him what he's going to be doing. Probably said, get the bunt down.
And Cain pulls the bat back, and the pitch is low, 1-1.
Cain is waiting a long time before he squares around. He is not giving himself up and telling the world that he is going to sacrifice it. Question to Matt Cain post-game. Do you know the signs?
Come on, Matt. You've been around a long time. And that pitch is high, so now it's 2-1.
It's almost as if Matt Cain can't believe that he's getting the bunt sign for Flannery. He has to hear it from him. Maybe he wants to swing away, especially with Donaldson on the line. High slider, and it was too high.
So 2-1 the count, and that one bunted foul, and now it's 2-2.
He will try again. This is not your 2 attempts and then shut it down. He will more than likely, at least we would assume, attempt to bunt again. And he has 2 strikes.
It's always best to get it down on the first pitch.
That's right.
And now it's 3-2. So Panic at second, Crawford at first. And here's the 3-2 pitch, and it's bunted foul. And I don't know that that was a strike. So it's going to be a strikeout, and McCain does not execute. And that's big out.
Very big out because it's close enough.
Yeah, it would have been
It's
strike.
probably a strike, but pitchers know, especially the National League pitchers, it's almost like, I think the surprise there that he waited so long to turn around. If you're going to sacrifice, you just turn around. I mean, everybody knows you're going to do it anyway, but it looked like maybe by squaring around late, he couldn't get the ball down, couldn't bunt it like he wanted.
There's a strike to Hunter Pence on a fastball down around the knees. Pence homered to center in the fourth. And now it's 0-2.
When you look at the location where Derek Norris wanted this fastball inside and the location outside. Pence got a chance to extend his arms and aggressively swinging. That was for 2 strikes. And that's the difference in the game right now.
2 pitches bounced up the middle. Callaspo has it go under his glove, and it rolls into shallow left center field. 1 run's going to score. Crawford to third, and Coco runs it back in, and that ball right under the glove of Callaspo, and coming in to score is Panic. So an 0-2 pitch, and Pence comes through.
And again, it tried to go inside. You might as well forget about it. Derek Norris trying to go inside the Pence because Hamill and now O'Flaherty not able to get the ball in the location, but really surprised that Callaspo didn't put a glove on it. If he does, at least keeps the runner from scoring. And especially with him shifting over in the position. And off the end of his glove, could not get his body in front of it.
So Pence, a couple of RBIs, first and third, and here's Belt. And Belt swings at a pitch out of the strike zone. So 3 hits in the inning. Jim Johnson starts to throw. Belt 0 for 2 with a walk and a run score. Belt swings and misses, and it's 1-2. The Giants, the first 2 games in this series, were 0 for 11 with runners in scoring position. Tonight, they're 2 for 8. A little better. One-two pitch is inside, and now it's 2-2. Belt has not seen a strike yet, but the count is 2-2. He's swung at a couple of balls out of the strike zone.
Slider's been the pitch that he's swung and missed a couple, and see if he goes back to it. Can I get the strike yet?
And he did, and this time Belt lays off. So full count. See if Hunter Pence takes off. Sandoval is a switch hitter. He waits in the on deck zone.
Johnson had to get closer to second base because he's probably going to be the one to cover now, asking Lowry if he is. And a lot of movement on the left side of the infield. Well, one person.
Well, if Crawford wanted to steal home, he probably could. Look at that, Ray.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, he can get halfway down the line and have Pence draw throw, and that's when he can walk home.
3-2 pitch, and Belt just got a piece of it.
Surprising that Crawford is not getting just a normal lead down the line. Pull the hands in just off the end of the bat to get another chance.
Donaldson sneaking over that way a little bit. Playing a shallow shortstop. And Belt chased the slider, and you had to know it was coming, and a big pitch by O'Flaherty.
Right after the fastball in, slider away, and just not able to recognize it. And maybe the time on the disabled list coming back. That's a pitch probably in normal circumstances would not be swinging, but Derek Norris happy to get the strikeout. This time good location from O'Flaherty.
So Belt didn't see a whole lot of strikes in that at bat, but ends up striking out. So 2 outs, and here's Sandoval. Sandoval 2 for 3. The first pitch is popped up, and that'll reach the seats. Single in the first, single in the third. Grounded out in the 5th. Sandoval 202 as a right-handed hitter this year. That one's fouled back, and it's 0-2.
I would think Bob Melvin is figuring that this would be a relatively easy inning for O'Flaherty, considering lefty-lefty then the pitcher spot. But the lefty-lefty's got on base. A bunt not accomplished, but 2-strike base hit by Pence, and they played another run.
Crawford shuffles down the line a little bit.
Well, this is when he could do a little trickery, but I don't think they're attempting to do it. It's right here that Omar Vizquel stole home.
And Pence is going to run, and he's going to make it. Pitch was in the dirt. So it'll be a stolen base for Pence.
Well, you had to be concerned about blocking the ball, which Derek Norris does a very good job. That Omar Vizquel down the line with Rick Smith, the lefty. You talk about literally walking down the line and scoring. Nobody could yell loud enough to let him know.
1-2 pitch, and that's to the backstop, and that's going to be a run for the Giants, and that hurts. Crawford comes in to score, and that one almost bounced over the backstop.
Derek Norris got it on his right hand too, or right forearm, and he's shaking it, and that's what helped it, I think. Watch the right hand as he brings it back. Right there, he couldn't get it out of the way quickly enough. That's called spiking a slider in the dirt.
Two pitch, slowly hit. Lowry's going to have to hurry. The throw to first is in time. They got Sandoval side retired. Giants get 2 on 3 hits and a wild pitch. So 5-2 San Francisco after 6.
Athletics debut. Strikeout here, a big one, as that would get Buster Posey, but then a base hit opposite field. That panic on a hit and run. Cespedes makes an error as he tried to grab the ball and throw to second. Stephen Vogt made it a 1-1 game with his third home run on a towering shot. Close to the water, if not very close, but then Hunter Pence, a home run to center field. Add it on again, and at that point, Hunter Pence would again come up with an 0-2 base hit. So Hunter Pence a good night, especially twice as the A's have tried to pitch him inside, have been unsuccessful, leaving it out over the plate, and he's gotten a couple of hits and runs batted in.
So Jeremy Affeldt is in when it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and brake experts. Affeldt comes in for Kane, who went 6 innings. Nick Punto has come out into the on-deck circle. That's the pitcher's spot. The ball is hit to right field. Pence on the move toward the line, and he goes into a slide, and he did not catch it.
Just happy to be able to run. But all that energy, he might as well run, and he goes into a slide out of our sight from unless see a replay.
He was there for a while, and then he was gone.
Didn't know there was that much space down in the corner until Greg Crew able to show the replay. There it is.
Down there. Be careful in that corner. Crawford to his right a couple steps, and Callaspo is retired. So Matt Cain goes 6 innings, gives up 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, finishes 101 pitches. And Matt Cain's had a couple games that he's pitched extremely well against the A's and lost. Kind of somewhat the story of his career. Here's Punto pitch hitting. First pitch is a strike.
Johnson is up and will be coming in.
Fastball a little bit low. Giants bullpen was very good the first 2 months, just like the rest of the team. Lately it's been struggling, but Affeldt's been pretty good. Closer Sergio Romo is no longer the closer. Fastball touch inside.
I'm going to take Nick Punto about playing last night, of course, and kind of the sellout crowds and excitement between the Giants and the A's. He said, you know, there's no better rivalry than the Giants and the Dodgers. He said, but what you're experiencing right now with the Giants and the A's is pretty close, especially sellout crowds at the Coliseum for 2 games Monday and Tuesday. And of course, again tonight here and expected tomorrow afternoon. I'm sure the Giants fans remember Punto as a Dodger.
3-1 pitch is a fastball in the first strike. 3-2. Punto 0 for 10 this year as a pinch hitter. So maybe he can get his first right here and turn the lineup over. And lines one to center, but Blanco's right there and he grabs it. So pretty good at bat by Punto, but nothing to show for it. So now to the top of the order, and Coco Crisp. Coco will swing around and hit from the right side. Well, the Astros beat the Rangers again, 8-4 the final in Arlington. Geico gets his 9th win. Darvish took the loss. Springer another home run. He's got 19.
They named him the All-Star team yet?
Not yet. Koji Uhara was named today, and there's some controversy surrounding that. Tanaka goes on the disabled list, so he cannot, or he will not pitch in the All-Star game. John Farrell, who is the manager, so he picked his closer. People in Anaheim are not happy because of Garrett Richards. And
if he wins the final vote, he still has a chance.
But he did not. He did not win it. Chris Sale won it.
Sale. And so that's the final then.
Rizzo, the Cubs' first baseman. So people in Anaheim not happy about Garrett Richards, who probably deserves to be on the All-Star team, not being picked when a starter goes down and is replaced by a reliever. Just a bit outside from Jeremy Affeldt, and the count is now 2-2. I had to say that in honor of Bob Newcomb.
That's right. It was slipping out of the hand, and Mr. Posey did not bother to even try to get it.
So 2-2 the count to Coco, who's grounded out twice and walked. Setting up outside, and he misses badly, and now it's 3-2.
Go back to time when the A's at one time had a lot of players participate, represent their team. Happened to be after they'd gone to the World Series, and the manager was back then a little different than now, but John Farrell given the option, rather pick his own player to keep his own players happy. But you're right about a reliever for a starter in that situation.
And you can see John Farrell's foot. Koji Uhara won the World Series.
Yeah, he's the manager, and if he has the option, you know he's going to take. And maybe the fans in Boston could say, Mike Scioscia and the Angels won the World Series, and you can make your own picks, which Mike was able to do for the 2003 All-Star game.
I think you're right. 3-2 pitch in the air toward Pence. He's got it. Affeldt with a 3-up, 3-down inning. 7th inning stretch from AT Park in San Francisco. 5-2, the Giants lead. With a 5-2 lead. So still 6 more outs for the A's to try to come back and win this thing. When it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. It's your oil change, tune-up, and brake experts. And it's Jim Johnson into the game. And he'll face Posey, Morris, and Blanco. Johnson's first pitch, sinker low.
Good for Jim Johnson as the A's played their 91st game. That we saw the numbers 2 for 3 and save opportunities, and each total the last 2 years 101 saves for the Orioles. So a much different role for Jim Johnson this year. Sean Doolittle, the A's closer now, headed to the All-Star game.
3-0 to Posey. All the pitches dropping down and out of the strike zone. Johnson goes for a little walk. Posey 1 for 3 with an RBI single. That was in the third. That one inside corner strike. 41,427 is the number tonight. The sellout crowd. Posey bounces one to Donaldson. And Donaldson throws a little bit wide. Votes there, and that's out number 1. So with 1 out, Michael Morris will hit. Morris with a fly ball to right, a walk, and a double to right center. Ray, the Giants bullpen is quiet, and I wouldn't be surprised if Affeldt goes back out there. He's pitching really better than anybody else in the bullpen.
Well, it doesn't matter to him lefties or righties either, which makes it nice for Bruce Bochy and Dave Regetti to bring him in and leave him in.
There's a liner foul. Heads up, big guy. And as I say that, Sergio Romo starts to trot down, so maybe not. Heads up here. These guy going up, over. Nothing to show for that. Lowry scoops it up. Morris jammed, and that's 2 outs. And Morris 1 for 3, and Blanco will hit. So Romo just now starting to throw. Just looking at what's up next, and it's kind of left-right switch for Bob Melvin. So another reason why you try to go left-right if you can with your lineup.
And if that's the case, Affeldt probably for Vogt, and then make a decision. And of course, a lot depend on what happens with Vogt in the inning if Affeldt does face it.
First pitch fastball, a strike to Blanco. Blanco walked and scored in the second, struck out in the third, grounded out in the fifth. Blanco has 3 hits in his last 31 at bats. Down the left field line and foul. So Johnson ahead in the count, 1-2. That fastball came back, not quite enough though. 2-2.
Always like to see a home plate umpire call the pitch where it crosses the plate. Watch Derek Norris does a good job bringing it back in the strike zone, but the call has already been made, and it was the right call. Pitch was off the plate.
Callaspo scoops it up. Side retired. Good inning for Jim Johnson. 3 up, 3 down. 8th inning coming up. Cespedes will hit second. A's trailing by a score of 5-2.
anniversary of the 1989 World Series championship team. Friday, July the 18th, Saturday, July the 19th. We'll joined by A's legends Ricky Henderson, Dennis Eckersley, Jose Canseco, Dave Henderson, Dave Parker, Carney Lansford, Hall of Fame manager Tony La Russa, among others. The autograph sessions on Friday and Saturday with proceeds benefited the Angel Man Syndrome Foundation. For information and tickets, visit athletics.com/1989. And Kite, we must remind folks that the A's Vice President General Manager Billy Beane was a part of that 1989 World Series championship Oakland Athletics.
Yes, he was.
Yep.
Yes,
and that's the among others, I guess, he's considered.
Hey, we got a pitching change. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and brake experts. So Gentry was announced as the pinch hitter for Vogt, and that is why Bruce Bochy then went to his right-hander Sergio Romo. So Romo comes in. He'll face Gentry, Cespedes, and Moss.
That was a shock. He threw a fastball first pitch. He's usually a slider master.
So 1-1 the count. Juan Perez is in the game in left field. So Gentry hitting for Vogt, trying to get something going here in the 8th inning. Corner infielders in. Fastball just a touch outside, 2-1.
Unfortunate thing for Sergio Romo, in losing his closer job, he's hanging a few sliders, and sliders not breaking sharply away from right-handers that can stay in the hitting zone, and unfortunately for him, a few had been hit.
The slider. He's got kind of a big sweeping slider. So 2-2 the count.
3 fastballs and then this. And you probably recognize it, but it just kept moving off the plate. Again.
2-2 pitch. Romo got the final out of the 2012 World Series, and then last year 43 saves. This year tough stretch for about 3 weeks, and now Santiago Casilla is the closer. Two pitch and a slider, swing and a miss. Gentry strikes out as a pinch hitter, 1 away here in the top of the 8th inning.
Well, just kind of teased him with 3 fastballs, and not surprising, just came back with sliders. Posey moving a little bit farther outside.
So 1 away. Here's Cespedes with Moss in the on-deck circle. Cespedes, fly ball to center, strikeout, and then he reached on a fielder's choice and he scored a run. That was in the 6th inning. Cespedes average sitting at 257. And quick 0-2.
Not messing around fastballs to Cespedes, staying with the sliders. Cespedes had a swing like that. It's a home run derby swing.
Throw it again. 0-2 pitch and good teaser there. I think, Ray, when you were catching, if you see a guy swing like that, and you know you got a guy who you got to keep throwing this guy sliders. Wouldn't you think if you're the pitcher?
Just keep staying with it, and if you have to throw it closer to the strike zone, but you have a few to be able to get in the chase. And I suppose at that time got Romo to shake, even though he called the slider.
So Cespedes chased it, and that's back-to-back strikeouts. So 2 outs.
Now that starts to the outside corner, which means it looks like a strike, but ends up out of the strike zone. I think in the case of Romo, a lot of times that you could just stand there and take pitches after pitches, and it forces him to throw more in the middle of the plate, and that's when he started getting hurt and hanging some sliders for home runs.
So here's Moss. Fastball inside corner for a strike. Romo not quite as effective against left-handed hitters for obvious reasons. You can see why that slider would be tough on right-handed hitters. Twins are now leading the Mariners 8-1 that game in the 8th inning. Here's your lefty-righty breakdown. And there's a line drive into the glove of Panic, who is playing about 30 feet out into right field, and that will drive you crazy if you're a hitter. Line drive out. We're headed to the bottom of the 8th. Here's our game summary brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. 2-5-1 for the A's, 5-9-1 for the Giants. Hamill went 5 innings, gave up 2 earned runs. Kane went 6, gave up 2 runs. So that is where we are at, bottom of the 8th inning, and Jim Johnson back out there. So Johnson, his second inning of work, he faces Panic, Crawford, and then the pitcher spot. Gentry stays in the game in right. Moss moves in to play first base. Vogt out of the game. Joe Panic on the ground. Carrasco scoops it up. 1 away. And that's 5 straight ground ball outs by Giants hitters. And here's Crawford.
Well, that's what the A's were hoping to get from Jim Johnson, and trying to continue to put him in roles, that situations that will be beneficial to him and to the ball club.
That's the tough spot for the manager, and Bochy's got it with Romo, and you got it with Johnson, where you're going to need these guys at some point, and it's all about confidence. So Johnson has retired the 4 hitters he has faced. 1-1 the count to Crawford. Crawford slaps from foul on a breaking ball. Crawford's 1 for 3. He singled and scored in the 6th inning. Brandon Hicks has come out into the on-deck circle. That one's driven toward shallow center. Coco's coming in. Coco, and he got it on a short hop. So it'll be a hit for Crawford.
Straight away center field, and that close to being a great diving catch. Coco just could not come up with it. Fortunately in his glove, because his body was not going to be there to block it had it gotten past him.
So Coco's come up just short on a couple balls tonight. And it's not going to be Hicks. It's going to be Tyler Colvin. So Colvin, a left-handed hitter, steps in. And the first pitch is low. Colvin with that home run last night at the Coliseum. That was the only run the Giants scored in the first 2 games of this series. Tonight they've had many more opportunities, and they've had a couple of clutch hits. Think about it too, Ray, and it's usually the other way around, but the A's have made a couple defensive mistakes, the air and the wild pitch, that have cost them 2 runs tonight.
Yeah, it's not been the type of game that I'm sure Bob Melvin was hoping for from his defense. Jason Hamill in his Oakland debut would be quick to point out that he was not as effective as he would have hoped to be. When pitchers are able to get quick outs, and all of a sudden they find themselves in trouble pitching out the stretch, and that's exactly what happened to Hamill tonight.
Colvin takes a strike.
This young man got into everything from Sonny Gray on a 2-0 fastball down the middle, crushed, and it was gone quickly. So that was it, though, just the 1 run in the 2 games in Oakland.
Johnson, a long look in. Lowry, the shortstop, playing right near second base. Colvin takes low, 2-1. Casilla in the bullpen for the Giants, and he is their closer. The day game tomorrow. Kazmir and Hudson, so good pitching matchup tomorrow. Fouls it straight back. Tasmere and All-Star. Hudson hoping maybe he gets named. I guess the National League, there's 4 starting pitchers that were named to the All-Star team that are pitching on Sunday. Well, that means you're going to have 4 replacements. It's a possibility. From what we've been told, Hudson could get named.
Yeah, it's not mandatory as it was at one time. At least they can still go. Probably, I don't know. Doubt they could pitch. Probably wouldn't, but I think there was some concern with the managers that if you're going to have it be an important game, you want to have pitchers who can pitch. Yep. If those pitching on Sunday say that they cannot, or their managers don't want them to, then definitely replacements. Pay me my bonus. I'm not going to pitch though, because I'm going to pitch Sunday, but
it's a great bonus.
Get my bonus.
And a swing and a miss on a foul tip. Colvin strikes out. So that's the second out.
Good curveball from Jim Johnson. A lot of sinkers, good 2-seamers, and then a good curveball.
So here's Pence, who's been tough on the A's tonight. He's got a homer. He's got an RBI single. So a couple of RBIs. He's also stolen a base and grounded out twice. I guess there was some talk, and maybe it was still ongoing. I don't know, but maybe moving the All-Star game to Wednesday instead of Tuesday. It would really wrap up that situation. If you pitched on Sunday, you could pitch an inning on Wednesday. But
especially since they've gone to the 4-day All-Star break versus just 3. I just think they've had 2 home run derbies then, Monday and Tuesday. Play Wednesday.
All right. Play 2 games, Tuesday and Wednesday, 2-game series. Target Field would be the place.
I guess Kyle Seager was named, right?
Yeah.
Because he was one of the so-called snubbed players. But I mean, you can say all you want about guys who are snubbed, but eventually something will happen if you're good enough. You're probably going to end up there anyway, and that's the case with Seager. We'll see him this weekend. Kyle Seager, the Mariners. Felix Hernandez also part of that group. So Tasmere would be right on turn, and of course Felix pitching Friday. He would be available to pitch, so some pretty good pitchers available for John Farrell.
He may be the guy. Tanaka's out. Yeah. Felix Hernandez, the guy meaning to start.
Yeah.
2-1 pitch to Pence. Close, 3-1. National League, I think. Not a whole lot of doubt who the best pitcher in the National League is. With Clayton Kershaw, I'm not sure if he's scheduled one of those guys that's scheduled to pitch on Sunday.
Frankie pitched today.
Yeah. Well, Pence skies one. Lowry backs up. And Lowry has it side retired. So some work to do for the A's. The Giants will send in their closer, Casilla. It's 5-2 San Francisco.
is brought to you by Xfinity, home of the most live sports, and by Toyota, #1 in MPG, durability, and resale value. Toyota, let's go places.
So we're set to go, 9th inning. It's a 5-2 Giants lead, and Santiago Casilla is on to face Donaldson. And Casilla kicks, and the first pitch is hit hard to Crawford, who juggles it, picks it up, throws to first, and they got Donaldson. Well, the ball was hit so hard that Crawford had time to kind of scramble after it and be able to get Donaldson. So a very hard hit ball. So when it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and brake experts. And there's the numbers for Casilla. He's kind of taken over the closer role from Romo for now, and he's looking for his 4th save. Here's Lowry. First pitch is low. 2 more hits tonight for Lowry. He's got 11 hits in the last 5 games. Panic scoops it up. 2 outs.
Here's tonight's Honda player of the game, Hunter Pence, and a home run on this fastball that missed location. 2 strike straightaway center field. And he had an 0-2 count again. Tried to go inside with the fastball, lifted out over the plate. Base hit. Found its way into center field under the glove of Cayaspo. So a couple of big hits, driving in runs, especially with the 2 strikes. That is something that you always try to avoid. Hunter Pence able to take advantage of his aggressive style of hitting and got a couple of big ones.
So here's Norris. Just 3 pitches thrown by Casilla here in the 9th inning. Norris is 0 for 3. Norris has grounded out twice, and he has struck out. The first pitch, 95 miles an hour, but it's low. Casilla is now 33 years old, of course, with the A's for quite a long time, and now his 5th year with the Giants. Fastball snaps in there, and it's 1-1. And he's a different guy than when he was with the Athletics. He's really turned into a very good reliever. A little inconsistent with the Athletics. Swing and a miss. 94 miles an hour with some late movement. So 1-2.
And how about this now? Splitter. Good one.
Casilla's ready. 1-2 pitch, a hard slider is outside.
Casilla trying to avoid throwing Derek Norris the fastball that he threw him a couple of years ago when he hit the walk-off at the Coliseum. First home run.
A's need a couple of base runs. 2-2 pitch, slider, he swings and misses, and you don't say this very often, but the A's go quietly in the 9th inning, a couple of ground ball outs and a strikeout. Impressive 9th inning for Santiago Casilla. So A's win the first 2 games of the series. Giants come back in front of their home fans, and they win game 3 of the series by a final score of 5-2. Kane gets the win. He's 2-7, and Hamill takes the loss. 5-2 is your final. You've been watching Oakland A's baseball on Comcast Sportsnet California. Don't go away. A's postgame live with Brody and Biff starts right now.